Today we are going to discuss a weird topic: gem farming in Rise of Kingdoms. However, I'm not going to explain what is the optimal way to farm gems. What we are going to do is we're going to take a look at if farming gems in Rise of Kingdoms actually worth it. Let's go.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Right, so when it comes to spending gems in this game, you have pretty much unlimited choices. You can spend thousands of dollars within a day. However, let alone thousands of dollars every day, many people doesn't even spend a dollar throughout his whole gameplay of months or years. Now there could be a couple of reasons for that. You could be against spending real money in any type of game as a principle. This is the reason number one. Number two, maybe you're a psycho and you love the aspect of grinding as a free-to-play, and when you achieve certain things, it's just gonna make you feel really, really good, because unlike many people, you did it by spending $0. And the third one, don't hate me, but that's probably the most common one. You could be just broke. I mean, maybe you just don't have enough money to throw into a mobile game or any game, whatever. So in that case, what you're going to do if you're playing Rise of Kingdoms, you will most likely farm gems. Why? Because gems are the premium resource in this game, and with the gems, you are going to spin Wheel of Fortunes, you are going to play events that gives you blueprints, materials, equipment, or even armaments. So it's a major part of the game, and what many players do is that since you cannot transfer gems, right? You can transfer food, wood, gold, stone, whatever from an account to another one. However, you cannot transfer gems. So what many people who doesn't spend at all in this game, what they do is they have multiple farm accounts. Like usually they will have 4 different farm accounts. One is only farming food, the other one is wood, the other one for stone, and the fourth one is for gold. And with their main account, since you cannot transfer gems, with your main account, you will only farm gems all day, every day. However, even though there are many guides on YouTube how to optimally farm gems, not many of those videos doesn't actually tell you how tedious and hard this process is. I mean, when I say hard, of course, it is easy to farm gems. You just send your march into a gem node and that's it. But if you want to do it optimally, like you want to gather as many gems as possible, let's say in 5 or 6 hours, it is quite hard. The main reason why it's quite hard is, unlike any other resource type in Rise of Kingdoms, it doesn't take 1 to 2 hours to finish a resource node when it comes to gems. For example, let's say if I send a march to a stone node, and please pay attention that I don't have a farming boost, it's going to take around 2 hours and 15 minutes. So if I send 5 marches to 5 different stone nodes, I only need to relog into the game after 2 hours and 15 minutes to send my marches together again. However, if I go into a gem node, this is level 1. In your home kingdom, you will have level 1 and level 2 nodes. And if you're in KVK, which is even better, because you will have level 3 or level 4 nodes, which respectively contains, instead of 10 gems, level 2 contains 20, level 3 30, and level 4 contains 40 gems. Now if I send my Joan of Arc here, let's see, it's only 9 minutes. This means every 9 minutes when this gathering is finished, this march will walk all the way back to my city. And this is something that you don't want to happen when you are farming gems in Rise of Kingdoms. What you want to do is, unlike what I'm doing, I only have 2007 units, which is exactly what I need to farm 10 gem nodes. But after I farm 10, I have to come back to my city because my troops doesn't have the load. But what you want to do, you want to use a lot of extra troops. For example, if I use 50k battering rams, my load capacity is 1.7 thousand. This means once this gathering is finished, without coming back to my city, I can immediately move to another gem node. For example, I can immediately move to this one. And you want to do this with 5 marches. So your screen time, if you want to optimally farm gems, the maximum capacity, which can yield, I think if I'm not mistaken, around 300 gems in total within an hour. Because if you farm, let's say 6 to 8 hours, I think you can get around somewhere between 2,000 to 2,400 gems within a day. So as I said, it is a very tedious and time-consuming process, because every 10 minutes, every 15 or 20 minutes, you have to log back into the game so you can immediately send the march that is farming gems to another gem node. And in my opinion, it's just not very ideal. Like spending all that time to just farm around 300 gems every hour is quite underwhelming. And if we take a look at the value of 300 gems, for example, let's go to super value bundle. So every single bundle is going to give you 1,500 gems and a lot of extra goodies just for $5. Let's be generous and say we are farming more than 300 gems. So I'm going to divide this to 3. $5 divided by 3. The amount of quote-unquote money that you are getting in 1 hour by farming gems is $1.70. It's around that. Like, spending all that time for $1.70 worth of value stuff in game, I don't know, I just cannot justify it. And you don't even get the full value of $1.70 because technically with $1.70, unlike farming raw gems, is going to give you some amount of gems, like 350 gems, and again, good chunk of speed ups, resources, and even VIP points. Like if we divide everything by 3, that's what you are going to get for $1.70. So instead of farming gems for, let's say, 6 hours, because due to the reasons that I've already explained, you cannot just send your marches to gem nodes and log back into game like a few hours later. No, your screen time will be like quite high because you always need to, every 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you need to check back your marches to see if they finish gathering. When they finish gathering, you don't want to allow them to go back all the way to your city because then you are wasting a lot of time. You want to immediately send them to a different gem node. So this increases your screen time quite a bit. So basically you are actively spending a lot of time on the screen playing this game and farming gems. So instead of doing that, if we simply Google how much money you make for delivering pizza in USA, it says entry-level position starts at 30K per year, while most experienced workers make up almost 50K per year, which equals around, let's not say 17.5, let's say $16.50 per hour. 300 gems versus $16.50 per hour. And what this gets you in Rise of Kingdoms? Well, basically for every hour that you delivered pizzas, you can purchase the tier 1 of each bundle, which will cost $15, not even 16.5. And it's going to give you way more than 300 gems for sure. So long story short, instead of farming gems, look, my march is already running back to my city. Go ahead and deliver some pizzas so you can become a beast in Rise of Kingdoms. Thank you for watching. I see you on the next one. Goodbye.